Ruby Rose. Currently on a platter, like it don't matter. Do we crown Ruby or do we clown Ruby? It's time to get into it. Do me a favor and wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Let's go.
You want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points but bitch you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping then bitch you getting ignored. Okay, I'm so sick of these.
Man, y'all already know my get down, man. I'm a whole pimp in these IG streets, man. So I'm sliding through traffic. And you know me, man, I'ma spin that bottle. So this time when I spins the bottle, when it stops, it lands on Ruby Rose. Now Ruby is a young lady hailing from Lexington, Kentucky, currently an Atlanta resident. And with no further ado, we gonna get straight into it. Now, when we speak in terms of raw beauty, this young lady is definitely blessed. No GMOs, natural beauty from head to toe. What you say, Larry June?
It's organic, so don't panic.
Yeah, man, definitely an organic organism around here. Beautiful, man. You know, nice amount of Rumpelstiltskin in the rear area, you dig? Ruby epitomizes the phrase, slim thick. Very nice to look at. Now with that being said, does Ruby have a face that I can see myself waking up to on a regular basis? Yeah, man. This young lady, raw and uncut, is very nice to look at. In fact, I believe personally that she looks better raw face than she does with the makeup, unlike many others that I can't say that for, you dig? So getting into the personality, definitely charismatic, especially when it comes to the rappers, you dig? This young lady definitely has the ability to charm and disarm a man, in particular a rapper. Sexometer is off the charts. Definitely a plus with the sex appeal, man. This chick gives lifelike qualities to the term siren. She's definitely calling you, you dig? Ruby is decent at holding a conversation with people in general, but she definitely strikes me as one of those that got a secret, hidden, undercover crazy button somewhere that when pushed, when this crazy button gets pushed, all hell is breaking loose. Mayhem will definitely be underway, man. I mean, this secret button gotta be somewhere, man. Maybe it's underneath her hair, like in the back, you know, in that hook part, you dig? Now, presentation wise, one plus for Ruby is that she doesn't have a bunch of obnoxious ass tattoos. When she puts on dress and heels, she cleans up exceptionally well. I mean, sexy, classy, and everything in between. The problem is that she doesn't often put on dress and heels, and she's more often to put on, at best, a dress with some sneakers or any other type of casual wear. But overall, this young lady is fly, and she's gorgeous. No matter what she puts on, she's gonna look good. She can't really miss in the presentation department. And with the exception of a few TikTok videos, you're not gonna really catch her in the bonnet. You're not gonna really catch her looking too ratchet. So she's pretty solid for the most part when it comes to presentation. Now when it comes to character, Ruby seems to have a better understanding than average as far as the concept of what character is. She actually shocked me when she mentioned the golden rule in an interview.
Loyalty is everything, like you doing what you would want, like the golden rule, like doing to others what you would want done to you. Like I don't do stuff that I wouldn't want people to do to me.
However, understanding the concept of something and living up to that understanding are two totally different things. And it doesn't appear that Ruby is solid when it comes to living up to the concept of character. When you take a look at her dating history, as far as dealing with various different rappers and how she deals with these different rappers, different altercations and drama and what have you that she's gotten into with these different rappers, it seems that it's very easy for Ruby to allow her insecurities to rear their ugly heads, man, to the point where when she gets overwhelmed by her emotions, all that character, all that integrity, all that dignity, all that understanding, all that cooperation, them things get tossed out the window, man. They get left behind on the highway, man, on the side of the road, man. See, the thing about character, solid character allows you to do the right thing and see things from the right perspective in spite of how you feel. And the problem with Ruby, when she likes you, her character may be cool, but the moment she doesn't like you or doesn't like something to do with you or has a misunderstanding with you, the solid characteristics, they get tossed to the side, completely forgotten about. so you gotta tread lightly with her as far as character goes. Value, she seems to have a solid sense of value when it comes to dealing with family, in particular her mother, and most likely her siblings and her father as well. Her and her family seem to be rather important to each other. But when we talk about self-esteem, unfortunately, Rubi is yet another of many fine-ass women with high physical attraction and low self-esteem. She has a history of dating rappers, but not for the money. Definitely not much of a gold digger, but for surely much of a clout chaser. And y'all already know what we say about clout chasers. Those who chase clout and clout alone, low self-esteem, man. Now, she may fool some people into thinking that she has a high self-esteem due to her newly found bag situation. Yeah, she's getting some money, man. So she might fool some people into thinking that her self-esteem is on point. But don't get it twisted. There's a major difference between self-esteem and confidence. And the money only gives her a confidence boost, but not a self-esteem boost. See, she's confident in her money-making ability, obviously because she's getting to it. But she's not confident in her value when it comes to self and who she is as a woman. And what makes her feel valuable, what makes her feel important, is chasing clout. Work ethic. Now, Rubi seems to be pretty solid when it comes to work ethic. At one point in time in her life, she was heavily in pursuit of a career as an entertainer. She managed to stay above water at Georgia State and ended up graduating with a degree in poli-sci. Between that and how she's handling her rap situation and her OnlyFans situation, Rubi has definitely shown that she has consistency, a high level intensity with the consistency at that. Health. Now, when you look at Rubi's body and you look at Rubi's face, she definitely looks healthy physically. But you gotta understand, man, it don't really count for her, man, because she's Eritrean. She's East African, man. And if you know anything about those East African young ladies, they are blessed genetically. But if you don't let the physical appearance be the interference, she definitely doesn't have a history of working out, health and fitness. She does have a history of heavy weed, heavy alcohol, and because she's in the industry living a life, ain't no telling what else she might be dabbling with. Because the self-discipline when it comes to other substances is not there. She definitely appears to be mastered by the weed, definitely appears to be mastered by the alcohol. And ain't no telling what she's over there eating. Fortunately for her, she got good genetics and youth on her side. As far as mental health, that's probably one of the benefits of the weed. Helps her keep her mental health in order. But when that button in the back of that hook, that button underneath that hair gets pushed, that crazy button, man, the mental health is all out of order, you dig? And that's when anybody and everybody within close range might be in trouble. Because as we know from at least one situation that she had with Lil TJ, when a misunderstanding occurs, Rubi's known to dial that 911, man. She's known to put them people in your business, which is definitely a terrible black eye to the game. So needless to say, when we talk about strength, Rubi is weak when it comes to the self-discipline, weak for the weed, weak for the liquor, weak for the rappers, weak for the clout, and most terrible of all, weak with that ET finger, man, that she dialed 911 with, man. Now some of y'all might say, oh man, Freeze, she ain't from the streets, man, so she ain't subject to street rules, man. She don't know no better. She from Lexington, Kentucky, man. She from the suburbs. She come from a good family. While that all may be true, when you listen to her speak, you understand that she's of fairly decent intelligence, and she understands the golden rule.
Like the golden rule, like do unto others what you would want done to you, like.
So with that being said, she knows right from wrong, and she knows that it's wrong to get in your feelings and dial that 911. So we can't give her the benefit of the doubt when it comes to that one, man. So overall, the strength level is on life support. So to recap, raw beauty, definitely a gorgeous young lady, non-GMO, nice Rumpelstiltskin in the posterior region, gorgeous face card, presentation, cleans up exceptionally well, classy when she wants to be, casual for the most part, yet fly when casual, no obnoxious tattoos, personality, sexometer off the chain, very good when it comes to charming and disarming, especially rappers in particular. People skills decent, able to hold a conversation fairly well, but definitely does have a secret hidden crazy button underneath the hair by the hook part, so proceed with caution. Character, has a good concept of character and understanding of the golden rule, but insecurities and jealousy make all those good characteristics and understanding and comprehension go out the window when she gets overwhelmed emotionally. Value. Has a decent sense of value when it comes to family to whom she's important and is important to her, but the self-esteem is on life support, as can be seen by the clout chasing, in particular when it comes to dating different rappers. However, the monetary value, especially when it comes to OnlyFans, is for surely on point. Work ethic. She seems solid in this area as she has a history of being able to juggle entertainment and education fairly well, so she has consistency. And she also displays a pretty cool work ethic when it comes to the rapping and the OnlyFans. Health. While she may appear to be healthy physically, certain activities, heavy weed smoking and heavy alcohol drinking in particular, make it seem as though she might not be the healthiest physically. Mental health may be cool at times, especially with the help of the weed, but once them emotions come into play, the mental health goes haywire. Strength. That self-discipline barely got a heartbeat, man. Weak for the weed, weak for the alcohol, weak for the rappers, weak for the clout, so overall the strength level is on a life support. So after review, does Freeze think Rubi took a shower today? Yeah, man, this young lady is definitely fly and she definitely looks clean. She definitely looks like she takes multiple showers per day. So do we crown Rubi or do we clown Rubi? Man, we gonna go ahead and put that Rubi nose on Rubi Rose, man. Now, when you look at her recent interviews, it might appear that she has grown and matured in certain areas, but that could only be because her monetary situation has changed and there's a sense of security and comfortability when it comes to that. But it remains to be seen if she's grown in the area of using that ET finger and dialing that 911, man. So we definitely had to clown her today. But y'all swan dive into that comment section and give some feedback. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you didn't wipe your feet off on the way in, please do me a favor and wipe your feet off on the way out. Let that marinate on your mind one time. Freeze is it. Put some love in your body, and I'll holla.
Now come and take a sip of this game. Pour it down your ear and let it drip to your brain so you can run it up, run it up. And we'll be coming up, really coming up. Take a sip of this game, let it saturate your brain. Taylor, make your homework so we can match it with my name. Then attach it to your frame, right? Now you game tight. Ready, set, ho. You gon' check her back the same night. Now you breaking tricks and handling thousands. While these bitches on the blade doing the mannequin challenge. Standing there looking stupid cause they has no game to hit a trick with, bitch, and that's so lame. Now come and take a sip of